Hey folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and a quick review of the Black Peach OVEVO Q62. These are a pair of true wireless earphones in the same style of the much more expensive Apple AirPods. So the Q62 retails for around $70 online. You can find the link down below. And the most distinctive thing about this compared to other true wireless earbuds we've seen in the past is the design of the capsule or the recharging case, which has an integrated battery, and that means you can simply pop in the earbuds to give them another charge when you're on the go. The case here actually rotates mechanically, which means they can hide the earbuds and protect them better when you're out traveling, and also just twist it to reveal the door again to pop them back out. It's a very clever look, and that's part of the reason why the Q62 have won the German Red Dot Best Design Award this year, so it does have a very interesting look going for it. Otherwise, it is made entirely out of aluminum, and the model number is also known as the Ever True Wireless Earbuds, so it's branded in two different ways, and OVEVO is a company based in Shenzhen, China, so you can see some material documents on the side. This is what it looks like when the door is completely closed. Alright, so sliding open the box, we have access to a quick start guide that documents how to pair it up to your phone and also how to answer or reject a phone call, since there is a microphone, and it works with both iOS and Android. Right on top, we have access to the charging case, which has the earbuds already inside. We'll take a closer look at in a second. And this bottom compartment features a micro USB cable for charging the case when the battery is depleted. So let's take a closer look at the design now. So again, it's the most distinctive thing about these true wireless earbuds, and it's also the reason why these are my favorite budget true wireless earphones I've checked out so far. Not only does it have a very sturdy build, but again, the wheel is very smooth, and you can see that it easily rotates 360 degrees in two directions to quickly have access to the earbuds when you need them, and you can pop them in securely using magnets when they're being charged up. So you can see that there are LED indicators on the very bottom here that tells you the status of the charging. So right now there's still kind of 3 bars remaining in the battery of the main module, and of course there's also LEDs on each individual earpiece that will tell you if it's still being charged. And you can again rotate it to have access just to the OVEVO logo on the back. The front here features access to a micro USB port for charging, and that's it. So a very simple build. The case itself is not waterproof, as you can see here. It's not covered up by rubber, so make sure that you don't submerge it into water. However, the earbuds themselves are sweat-proof and rain-proof. But again, they aren't submergible into water, just like most true wireless earbuds we've seen in the past. So let's remove these from the charging case and take a closer look at their design. Again, they're held into place using magnets and 2 wireless contact pins for the charging to occur. Alright, so the earbuds themselves, just like the case, shares a very similar design language. They have aluminum on the edges, as well as polycarbonate plastic on the top and also on the base. It has a very small kind of protrusion at the edges that acts as a small wing that tucks softly into the insides of your ears when you're wearing them. As a result, these also fit quite snugly in my testing, and even when I was jogging and moving around, didn't really fall out, so they remained quite tight as far as the fit was concerned. The front here just features an oversized key that you can tap and hold for a few seconds to turn them on and start the pairing mode. To activate the pairing mode, you can hold it for a few seconds longer until you see a flashing red and blue. This means you can now go into Bluetooth settings on your phone and proceed to find the Q62. Now, once the right earbud has been paired successfully to your phone, you simply need to turn on the left earbud, and afterwards the left earbud will automatically sync with the right one, so there's no need to pair this twice with your phone. And in my testing, the pairing process was also quite simple and easy. Once paired, it will remember your phone, and whenever Bluetooth is on your device, it's going to be paired almost instantaneously. So no real complaints there. The use here is quite simple and straightforward. Because the earbuds are entirely made out of aluminum, they also are quite lightweight, making them easy to wear for longer periods of time without feeling discomfort. However, battery life is still limited at around 3 hours on a single go, just like most other wireless earbuds we've seen in the past. So after 3 hours, you do need to pop them back into the case for a quick charge. The battery will fully charge up in under 45 minutes, and the case can recharge the earbuds approximately 4 times before the battery is out. So definitely make sure you bring this with you when you're on the go. The microphone is located on the right earbud, and for answering phone calls, it was sounded fairly clean and loud, even though the microphone isn't necessarily noise canceling. Otherwise, the audio quality of the Q62 were relatively impressive as well in our testing. The connection remained fairly strong, and there was little static and distortion in the background when we were testing out with several music clips that we played back, and also that gets reasonably loud as well. Bass is a little bit limiting, but that is to be expected again with most earbuds compared to over-the-ear style headphones in general. And for the most part, we were pleased with the sound quality. Again, they sounded fairly clean, and for true wireless earbuds, they actually do a pretty good job, even though they're not audiophile grade or truly high fidelity, in my opinion. But for the most part, if you're listening to music, watching a few movie clips, it does a good job. Now, there's very little latency between what happens between the music and what's showing up on screen, so it's fairly instantaneous, and there's very little delay between syncing that process up. If you're watching an action film, it's still for the most part enjoyable. So that is something that has been continuously improving in true wireless earbuds, is that latency, since first generation models tended to be a bit more disjointed as far as having a 1 second delay, but these seem to be quite solid in that regard. So overall, sound quality is excellent. I would say that bass is still lacking a bit more of a punch. So if you are listening to EDM music, perhaps it's a little weak. However, for most songs, for pop music, for voice calls, listening to speech, dialogue, and movies, it does a great job and packs a good amount of volume and clarity without that much static or distortion. The ergonomics of the earbuds are also pretty good. You can simply tap on the oversized key once to play or pause your music once connected to your phone, and you can also double tap to answer or reject a phone call, and triple tap to skip a track. So these things are fairly intuitive, and they were easy to navigate and get used to after practicing them for a few minutes. So overall, I'm fairly impressed with the performance of the Q62 true wireless earbuds. At $70, they aren't the most inexpensive true wireless earphones that we've seen, and like most true wireless earbuds on the market, if you're looking for the best audio quality in the world, you'll still get stronger performance out of a traditional pair of wired earphones, since Bluetooth in general doesn't give you super high fidelity, crystal clear sound. But these do a good job for the price point, and they're comfortable to wear, and most importantly, they have a great design that makes it easy and fun to use without any hassles when you're pairing it and just accessing it in the day-to-day. The earbuds are snug, and everything just works as it should without any real complications. And that's the best part about the OVEVO Q62, really that ergonomic design as well as that intuitive charging mechanism that slides around and again makes the product seem a lot more expensive than the price would suggest. So if you are looking for a solid pair of true wireless earbuds but you don't want to shell out over $200 for something like the AirPods, and you still want something that's quality in terms of its build as well as sound, then these are definitely some to consider as long as you understand the general limitations of this category of true wireless earphones in general. So thanks for watching this video here at OS Reviews. You can check out more details in our article coming out soon, but for now this has been our video. Thanks for watching. This has been the OVEVO Q62.